conversation because I'm struggling.
Yeah, the conversation about growing up and not understanding the responsibility of life.
Yeah,
and it just hits people in the face, right? Like they're just like, they literally will wake up one day and just be like, damn, I owe this person this much. I owe this business this much money. Like what the fuck happened in my life?
Bro, I don't even, like, I'll tell you, bro, I'm still processing this shit. Like it has been fucking with me the past I'll say couple weeks. Like I'm good, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's deep. It's a lot of weight on everybody though. I promise you, you're not alone in this. I promise you. I'm with you. Also, just like, I mean, obviously with 2 kids, like you will, if you ever experience what having children is like, I promise you there's a stint in each child's life where for 6 months straight, you're just like, damn, I have a child. Now I'm like, damn, I have 2 children. Damn, I'm married. Like, where did all this come from? It's a wild ride, bro. It's amazing. It's like you kind of do it in stints of like, damn, I can't believe I have a child. Or damn, we really got a kid running around like crazy.
I've learned 100% like that. But it's like, there's always, like what I've always learned, there's just another thing you got to go through. Bro, like I've been through so much sometimes I feel like, and like, I'll start to think back and like, I learned from that. Why did I put, whether it's good, bad, whether I embarrassed myself, I was in my feels and that shit, whatever it is. And I'm like, all right, good. Now I'm good. Now I'm prepared for the next thing. And then I go through something so new and so different. I'm like, bruh,
not experienced in this level
not
yet.
experienced at this one. And this is just like.
Well, that's why everybody older than us always says, like, you think you got life figured out. Just wait. Like, it's not, nobody ever knows, bro. Nobody knows what this game of life is or why we have to play it. But it's a beautiful thing. It can be a sad thing if you allow it to be, but it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. And with that being said, welcome to episode 7 of the Maybe It's Me podcast. It's your boy, Nick. Across the table from me is my dog, as always, Devon. Devon, how we doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm great, man. I missed you guys. It's been a little while. We'll get into that in a second. But, of course, behind the camera, as always, Mr. Paul, how are we, sir?
How's it going, guys?
Fantastic. You, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How was our last week? Devon?
It was good, man. It's my job is not going the way I need it to go, but other than that, it's been good.
What do you think is not going the way you think it should go? Just like people are not living up to what they need to?
No, I just can't get the stuff I need to my jobs. Like, I just need certain things to happen. Yeah. And there's too many roadblocks.
Yeah. I feel like, dude, I'm telling you that's a lot of jobs because my wife is in her position. She has to rely on a lot of people to give information back to her so she can evaluate it and stuff. And, you know, my job too for a very little tidbit of mine. But there's nothing worse to her than when people cannot deliver the goods on time.
It's just that and, you know, like jobs, I'm sure your job, lots of planning's got to go into it, bro, right? Yeah. Like with mine, lots of planning, bro. I gotta talk to this dude. I gotta talk to that dude. I gotta get the owners involved. I gotta make sure the inspector's happy. Like, oh, I gotta get testing involved. Like, there's just so much stuff, right, bro? So you put it together. We're like, all right, it's gonna happen this day, and we're gonna do it this week. And then it's like, I get a call. Your materials ain't gonna show up. I'm like, oh my God, bro. I went through countless meetings, phone calls, put it all together. Not gonna happen. Then I move it a whole week, and then it's like, oh well, this dude's gonna be on vacation for the week, so we can't do it. I'm like, bro, can't we get anything done around here? It's just frustrating me.
I feel like Paul this last week had a lot of that, and I just try to tell him and give him like a little bit of mentorship of like, bro, like this is every day, like, or this is at least cyclical. Of it happens, man. You know. When it's going easy, there's some hardship coming right around the corner. 100%. And it's going to be some shit that you didn't think it was going to be, and it feels petty and you want to vent about it and do it. Dude, just remember, like it happens. So what the material isn't here. You just have to tell your customer that it's, hey, sorry, our bad, but this is what we're planning on doing for it. Here's your solution. You know, my mom taught me a long time ago to never come to somebody with the issue without having a solution. And so like, I'm a big believer in that in the workplace, you know, like in life, that's kind of hard sometimes, but like in the workplace, like, what's your solution backed up behind it? If you don't have one, I can help you collaborate. But if you give me one, I can hopefully spin it to have a better one, especially as you're higher up.
No, 100%. It just, sometimes you need to win because like you take so many, you're just like, bro, like this. I
agree, 100%.
Sometimes you need to win.
Everybody knows in this world. I'm sure all of our audience out there, y'all know it's like all that la-di-da is cool, but I just want to have a good day. Just hit me with a good one.
Hell yeah. You ever like sometimes get like, because like you said something perfect where it's like if you get too high, you know, something come right around the corner. So sometimes I try to live the best I can in the moment. I am not
right
the best at that in any way, shape, or form.
You know me,
I'll be in my head. My wife be like, "What's going on?" And I've just had a whole conversation, and I'd be like, "Oh shit, what's up?" Like, because I'm always thinking about something. But so when something good happens now, sometimes I'd be like, "All right, just don't even celebrate because right around this corner, something about to happen." Like sometimes I'd be taking the fun out of it. I'd be trying my best not to, but I'm cognizant of that sometimes where I'd be my own little pity party. Not my own little pity party where I'd just be like, Debbie Downer and be like, yeah, this is great to happen, but what's going to happen in like 2 days? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to get it.
That's wild that you say that from your perspective because I feel like you're not that. I tell you all the time, like, dude, you have such a great outlook. So it's I'm glad that you're tapping into there's a realistic side of you that's like, no, like, I can be negative as well because you know me, I'm negative Nancy boy. I don't count wins. I only count how I could have got better on it. Like it's so it does eat me up. It does eat my wife up that I just do not celebrate too much. Right, like nothing's ever good enough. But I think I've been surrounded by that my whole life. Like my boss says he doesn't think in the mindset of nothing's ever good enough. But he's such an entrepreneur that he thinks in the mindset of like, hey, what's next? What are we evolutionizing next? And so, and my mom was a lot like that too. To add detail, I used to work for my mom before I worked for this person. So, my mom as a boss was terrible. Like we kind of almost ruined our relationship because it was tough on us. Because I was at the age of becoming a man and an adult, and I wanted to be independent. But also, she is like all accountability, zero bullshit. Like give me the answers that I need, and let's keep going. And you're not going to get on a pat on the back. And it's just generational curse after generational curse in the workplace. Like it's a very bad thing. And I talked about that last podcast of like, what do you want, a cookie? Like I know I'm not like that, but at the same time, I do have an understanding of like people do need wins. They do. Yeah. And so I try to do a little bit. We can talk about that a little bit later, like of what our company did to celebrate a win for our team, of just showing them appreciation. We had a paintball get together this last week, and it was amazing. And like their faces like really showed appreciation. And that's like all I could ask for out of my team. It meant a lot to me to just see their face and how much fun they were having with their bosses. So it was a cool little feeling. So outside of work here last week, how was life last week?
No, it was good. I celebrated my brother's baby shower. Nice. That was cool. We went to like some little place out in Kingsbury. I've never heard of it, but I definitely want to go back again. It was like on this river, and they had like you could rent these little, I don't know what to call them, like I guess huts, because they had like a bottom and an upstairs. And
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was real cool. It's like Sun's Island, but better.
Okay, yeah, kind of like that. And then you have your own grill and stuff like that. So I was real dope, and we all had a good time out there. And the dad, I got to see my parents. My parents came down. That's good. I always get to see my mom and dad. That's good.
You told me a story about your dad that I really I don't even know it. Papa Scanes. Papa Scanes. I don't know you, Papa Scanes, but hey. I appreciate that compliment.
No, that's crazy.
You want to share with the audience what he said?
Conversation, I guess, y'all. So I was talking to my dad, and we were coming back. We were like loading up and going back to the houses and stuff. And my dad was asking about the podcast, and I was telling him like, "Yeah, do it with this guy named Nic." And like my dad, once he knows something, he's got to know everything. He dives in. So it's he's down the rabbit hole. It's 50 questions. It's all good. I don't care. Like I just tell him everything he needs to know. And he was like, all right, so he sent it to me. So he sent it to me. He started listening to it, and he listened to it on the way back there. So from Kingsbury to where we were going back home, it's about an hour. So he got like a good podcast in. I think he told me he listened to the last one,
episode 6.
Yeah, he was listening to that one, and he was like telling me how he thought you looked. I told you all that stuff like that, and he was just like, and Nic, he's got a very white voice. He's got a voice made for radio, and then he used the word sexy. He said he got a sexy voice. I said, Dad, me and you will never have this conversation again about another man.
I don't care, male or female. I'll take that compliment all day because I actually hate my voice. So whenever I hear that it's a good sounding voice, I appreciate that.
No, he did. He said it was a very good sounding voice, and like I guess I've heard that a lot about your stuff, about your voice though. Like I guess just listening to the
very
car.
monotone.
In the car, it sounds good. I guess I don't know. I like it when I listen to it in the truck.
I appreciate that. I've heard it's soothing. So everybody out there, you're welcome.
Nighttime with Nic.
We'll have another segment where I just give y'all a cool little story, I guess. Paul, what about you, sir? How was it last week?
It was pretty good. I mean, pretty busy with some stuff, but I had to go to a war on Friday.
We did. Hey, me and Paul ran a 2-man game on him. We were on the same team in war. I had a UAV up in the first map. I had a UAV. My kill streak was crazy.
We were playing capture the flag on one of those
that's
paintball
fun.
fields. Someone just lit me up. I had my left arm up. Someone just lit up my armpit.
How you feel? How do you feel?
Bro, we lost that one bad. The other team destroyed us in that one.
It was. I got some bruises, but I didn't get shot all that much.
Good. Did you at least get your licks in?
I got a couple people.
All right, that's good.
But
you had a blast too.
It was pretty fun. I mean,
would you go again?
Yeah, I'd go again.
Have you ever been
paintballing?
Yeah,
no, not like at a course or nothing like that. I mean, I've shot a paintball gun.
Yeah.
Never ever been like to a course. I've always wanted to go though. Next time y'all have
we can get something going because I had a lot of fun. We can at least do it with our friends. That was so much fun.
Well, I know,
and it wasn't all that much money.
Well, since I don't work for y'all, just let me know so we can, I'll just magically come at the same time y'all are there.
Yeah, when no one else is there, like, oh hey,
who's this guy trying to get a gun from him?
Yeah, no. But that's good. I'm glad y'all had a good time, Paul.
Yeah,
for sure. And then you, Nick, had a good time.
Yeah, dude. My last week was decent. So, like as I said, me and Paul had a wild work week as far as just. Sorry, Paul, not to talk on our work week without you mentioning it, but it was just we're in one of those stages right now where we are busy in the worst way. Like we hit a ramp up last month and we got all the work done, but now there's like a little bit of backlash of that work, which happens in business, right? Like where you have a huge crank out, ship a bunch of stuff out. Some of the shipments come back and they're damaged or they're the wrong thing, things like that. So we're dealing with a lot of that, and that's why I had that little tidbit of just like, hey man, like this stuff happens. This is normal business. Any type of person that's been in an industry similar to ours, they know firsthand, like, dude, you're gonna have that. So, but look at the other side of what you are positively doing. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. So work has been steady. It's been going good. Personal life, kids are awesome. My daughter, unfortunately, is sick right now, so we're dealing with that. She's got hand, foot, and mouth, which anybody out there that knows that is not good. My wife tried to be funny and tell me it was the STD of children, which it is like the STD of kids is hand, foot, and mouth. So yeah, she's dealing with that right now. She's doing good on the regular day-to-day, but there's times where it definitely messes her up in pain. So we're going through that, but like, other than that, me and my wife we are itching for a date night. Like we were supposed to go on one Friday, and then she just got this on Friday, so we weren't able to go. So we are still itching for a date night. We desperately need it. It's just one of those time periods in our life, like damn, we just need some alone time one-on-one, and it'll break up the monotony. So we're planning some stuff out. I think my advice to anybody out there, and I'm sure I've gotten this advice somewhere, but like it's just like, dude, just plan stuff that you're not expecting. As far as like, look at the calendar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my buddies in Houston wants me to go to the Live Golf tournament out there in Houston, like in June. I told my wife, like, normally I would go out there by myself. I was like, what if we just get an Airbnb and go experience Houston on the week or for that whole weekend? And the kids up there, like he's my son's godfather. So it's just like, he hasn't seen him in a while. Like he can see the kids. If he doesn't like it, oh well, he can go fuck himself. But they're gonna be with us, and they're just gonna have a bunch of fun. So plan stuff like that. Yeah. We usually do a beach trip around the summertime, anyways. So we're gonna plan that. So there's gonna be stuff that we're definitely looking forward to, and that's something that I've tried to advise my boy Paul on, which he's planning his little trip. I can't wait for. Hopefully it works out. But we're T-minus 2 weeks.
Something like that.
Yeah, can't wait.
I'm excited for you, Paul. This is the flight trip.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, half of me is excited to like go and do something, but then there's the other half that's like, it's a lot of money I'm spending.
Paul,
this is what he saves his money but just saves it for no plan. It blows my mind.
Yeah, well, like
it's a lot of money to spend all at one time.
Can I ask you, like, I'm not trying to get off topic here, but like if you have the money, I get it, bro. I'm frugal when it comes to my money, except for when it comes to planning vacations. Let's do it all. Okay, that's where all my money goes.
You be gambling your ass off.
Vacations. That's what I'm talking about. Like when I'm out here, they be like, "Oh, this $20 shirt, $20." No, not happening. Okay, like I get it. It's probably cheap for a shirt. I'm not doing it. I'm with you. I'm frugal on certain things, but like when it comes to vacation, I spend it. What do you enjoy your money with? Like what? Like you just like to see money in the bank?
I enjoy looking at it.
So do you enjoy looking at it on the screen, or do you have it in your apartment where you just throwing it everywhere?
It's just the app.
Honestly, he gets a lot of happiness from and this is, hey,
I believe it.
Like, but you get a lot of happiness from, like, he can pull up his app, look at his account. There's some numbers in there that at his age, boy, my shit had a minus in front of it.
I mean, maybe it just comes down to like, I know I'm secure with what I have.
Yeah.
I'm spending a lot of that to go do something where I don't need to do it.
Right.
So,
but I feel like you do. You've been a little bit stressed.
You do need that though, but I think you don't know you need it because you've never experienced it. Once you experience it, you might be like, I need to do this a little more often. Like,
I've been preaching to him, like, traveling, dude. You travel in a whole different dynamic than I do. Like, you've experienced some things that I haven't. I've experienced a lot of dope stuff, but I've been trying to preach to him at the time period he's in. In. So our audience doesn't understand the age group, but his age bracket is from below the age of 25 for for listeners out there. But I think in your age range, bro, go crazy. Go crazy and see the world, because nobody's going to do it for you after that. And then you get a significant other and you're already worried about spending money. The amount of money it takes for one person to travel, imagine the amount of money it takes for two people. And then you might have a child, and then imagine the amount of money for 3 people. So Paul, just knock it out. And then just tell your significant other when you do get one, hey, I already did all that. I ain't trying to go do it again.
I just enjoy some life, Paul. Keep your money. I like how you do it, because if I handled my money the way you handled your money, bro, I'd be ahead. I'd be way ahead, more ahead than I am right now. But I do want you to just experience, like, enjoy life a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because working and that's all you do, sometimes that just sucks. And I was there one time with you like that. Like, that's all I ever did before anything.
Work, sleep, repeat.
Work, sleep, repeat. Never really traveling with anything, but you'll enjoy it. I promise.
Yeah, and we're not trying to bash you about it. It's just we understand. Like, we've been there, bro. Like, it's one of those things that I think I spent a lot of time trying to encourage you to do it, and I think that's what it takes for Paul. Is just like, you have to lean in on him and convince him to do it. And then when he goes and experiences it, it's like, oh, like, damn, this is kind of dope. You know what I mean? Because it's like tailoring to like what his interests are. It's not like I'm trying to ask him to go freaking skydive into the Grand Canyon or anything. Like, that's not what Paul would do. Like, this stuff is more tailored to his hobbies.
Would you go skydiving with me, Paul? Because I want to do it.
Never.
Amen.
I will never go.
My wife would go with you, on God.
My wife been, and she wants to go. I know you can do it out there in San Marcos.
That's where my wife went.
I sincerely, I'm with you. Honestly, I'm scared of heights. I don't like heights at all. But
I barely like airplanes.
I wanna face that fear. I want to face that fear and jump out of a plane.
I think I'd be on camera fainting.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I would be too.
Like,
that's why you have to, but yeah, I have no idea how it react.
I would honestly faint.
I have no idea how it react, but I want to try it. I want to do something I've never done, like low key. Y'all don't know. Do y'all know how, like, weirdly scared? Not scared, but like, just don't fuck with snakes at all. Me. Do y'all know how bad it is? I guess now, like, my other friends, I don't fuck with snakes at all. Like, don't bring one around me. I want to hold one. I don't know what it is. I'm like in a weird era where I was like, you know what? I don't want to be scared of shit no more. Let me just, whatever my fear is. I'm not afraid anymore. Just like that, until that fucking old man pulls up with the fucking shovel and shit. I'm right back under the bed. But yeah, no, I get it. I don't know. I want to do it.
I'd be live. I mean, snakes, I don't like them. I don't
like them either.
I honestly, like, you know, not to get religious, but like, snakes truly have this like presence of like, bro, like, who enjoys a snake? Who enjoys a snake?
I know people who want them.
No, I do too, but it's just like, dog, you're a weirdo, bro. First of all, have you seen them boo-boo before? They're like, oh, it's disgusting, bro. Everything about them is gross. Even the way they eat, they got to dislocate their jaw. Pause.
Yeah. I've always been afraid of them.
Face your fears, pause. Let's do it. Let's go skydiving.
No, I will never go skydiving or get in the helicopter.
Oh, bro, helicopters are crazy.
Oh, like, okay, speaking of date nights,
yeah,
my wife does not know this, and I'm waiting to do it, and she'll know, and it's like she'll hear about it now, but there is something to do with a helicopter that I want to do with my wife that's in Dallas, and one day I'm going to make it happen. I'm just trying to say.
You're trying to show up on, like, do that ABC Bachelor stuff where they take them on an extravagant date and stuff, huh?
I don't know. I just want to do it. That'd be cool, right?
Oh, yeah, no. Story time with Nick, one of my best memories ever was a helicopter ride. So we went to Vegas at a young age. I think I was honestly like 12 or 13, and we went to Las Vegas. We went to Circus. So there was a bunch of kids. It was me, my older brother, my older cousin, and one of our other cousins that are all the same. They're all the same age. They're 2 years older than me. So at that time, they were like 15, 16. And we went to Vegas, Circus Circus. Circus Circus was dope because like we had just all the stuff to do. Like we had the unlimited passes to just go to the actual amusement park, ride roller coaster, stuff like that. And like our parents didn't give a shit. Like so we went with our dad. My mom was in Texas. Like I went with our dad, or me and my older brother went with our dad. And they just let us vibe because like it was 4 of us and we all knew like, bro, you don't talk to strangers. Like we'd beat you up type thing. And so we were just roaming the strip. Anyways, good experience to do all of that. But we took a trip. It was me, my brother, my older cousin, his dad, and another dude with us. We took a trip in a helicopter from Las Vegas to the Grand Canyon. And we flew inside of the Grand Canyon and had lunch on the Colorado River.
That'd be dope.
And it was one of the best memories that I've ever experienced it was one of the best things I've ever experienced in my life because it was super cool to do. The helicopter ride was amazing. That's when I realized I had an iron gut for that stuff. Not anymore. Now that I'm older, like bro, motion sickness is a real thing for me. But back then I never really got motion sickness. And everybody was kind of cool except for one guy on the way there was throwing up. And I didn't know helicopters really give you a lot of motion sickness.
Really?
And so on the way there, he was throwing up and everybody was making fun of him. On the way back, everybody except for me and my older cousin were throwing up. Like everybody around us had white paper bags and were just chunking it up. And so we land, and I'll never forget, my older cousin was sitting there clowning everybody about throwing up. And he sits there and he's like, oh, and just starts hurling. Yeah. Really? So like, yeah, it was an hilarious, but also just like an unforgettable experience of just, you know, a lot of people won't ever experience something like that. A lot of people won't even do a helicopter ride. I probably won't do one anymore after what happened to Kobe, R.I.P. my boy, the GOAT. But like at the same time, it's interesting. I think people should experience a helicopter at least once.
I'm gonna do it one day.
It'd be fire. It'd be fire.
I'm gonna do it.
So do you want to elaborate on that date, like where you would go?
Like, well, it's this. So I guess it was what it is. It's this place in Dallas. I saw it on the internet. You pay this company, and it's a couple $100. Okay?
Yeah,
it's gonna be a little bit of money, but they take you out at night and you fly over the Dallas skyline, and then you have dinner on the top. So I want to do that. I think that'd be dope.
That's some big baller.
I want to see that like green building, you know, the outer. Yeah, I want to see that. I don't know why I want to see that from the sky, but I want to go on a helicopter, so I'm gonna do it.
That'd be dope.
Figure it out.
That'd be fire. Take notes, Paul. I already took mine. I'm gonna do it before he does it. So. How crazy would that be?
Nick's gonna be. Where say this? See that video? Where's that company?
That's fire. That's fire.
Do a double date.
Helicopter double date, bro. I promise you, with my motion sickness now, I'd probably be the one throwing up. Honestly, like my motion sickness is crazy. Deep sea fishing, like I have to take all the Dramamine and stuff now. Like I don't know what it is. Anywho,
don't get older.
Do not get older. Maybe it's me of the week.
Oh yeah, maybe it's me.
Devin, you got one for us? It's rotation, baby. You got one for us?
Yeah. Mine has to do with emails and etiquette-ness.
We had some work. Like, we really are tapping into a work segment this week because Devin had a hard week.
I had a week, man. So maybe it's me, but I personally hate a per my last email person. Like, what is you doing, bro? I hate that shit. Like, I got an email, per my last email. And I was like, yes, I got your fucking email.
Yeah.
You didn't get me what I asked in your email, which is why I followed up with another email and then gave me a per my last. Per these hands, bro. Per these hands. You gonna see me in person. What is you doing? I hate that shit. Like, it's always in the morning too. Like, I'm just trying to cruise into work, get my day started. I pop open Outlook email, and the next thing I see is per.
I want to say, anybody out there that sends a per my last email is choosing violence.
You choose it.
You're choosing violence. Like
100%.
You know what you're doing. I've done it, and I knew what I was doing. Like it's on site when I see you, bro. It's on site. Like if I ever get the chance of seeing you, bro, I'm smacking the life out of you.
Email. I don't know who came up with that. Pissed me off. But what makes me more mad, is you're you either can be mad about it, or you have to humble yourself and accept it because you fucked up, and that's why you got the like something. I didn't fuck this one up, but I've had it to where I did fuck up one time, and they got that per my last email, and I had to go look at that email. I'm like, oh damn. Shit, I did get it. Now I have to eat these words and shit. So I'm just side eyeing you and shit. I'm like, all right, bitch. Like, but like on this last one, I'm petty. I you know, as soon as you give me a per my last email, all right, I'm replying all. I'm adding your boss, my boss. We're starting a little petty email chain war. I don't care. Like, my boss gonna be like, what's happening here? Why am I on these emails? Just be petty because I got to per my last email. Fuck that
Devon
shit.
said, I see you and I raise you, bitch.
We gonna have our bosses in this motherfucker now.
Dog. Okay, so if you ever hit me with per my last email, you're gonna catch the smoke from me for sure. But if you CC my boss, Paul knows how I can be with that. Like, so to paint a bigger picture for our listeners, like there's the owner of our business and then there's me. There's nobody in between it. Like it's my boss is the owner and then it's Nic runs operations for him. And then underneath me is a bunch of other people with teams and stuff like that. And so Paul is usually the correlation between customers and the communication there. So usually I get copied on a lot of his emails. So it is what it is. I have a lot of like close relations with a lot of our customers, but when they add my boss, you're starting war. You're starting war because within 10 minutes, I'm either getting a call, a text, or he's barging in my office. And
he wants to know a status of that. What is he emailing me? Why am I on this email?
Why am I copied on this email? What's going on with this person? Why are they acting like this? What did you do? And so now I got to give a whole synopsis of what happened on the shop floor or what happened to this. And so, yeah, bro, you done fucked up. Like I will not only did you piss my boy Paul off, who's not easy to piss off, but now you done made me mad. And now you done made my boss mad. So now I gotta diffuse situations. I gotta go to Chat GPT because my grammar skills. My grammar skills can't uphold a good battle, so I got to get articulate on your ass. So I got to go to Chat GPT, and then nothing pains me worse than all of that. My boss is the king of this. He's so good with his words, way more educated than me. But my boss will tell him off so good, and then at the end of the signature, respectfully. Instead of the thank you, he just puts respectfully.
And you know that's the most respectful I've ever heard in my life. Because respectfully. Paul, do you like that? You ever got a per my last email?
Oh, he gets them all the time.
Do you really?
There'll be circumstances where there'll be certain information that I need. Maybe Nic's like telling me, hey, we need this information. Yeah, 100%. I gotta go get to the customer and try and get that information. But it'll be like a tiny little portion in the attachment that they give. There was one time they left it right in the little corner in some small font. I asked him for that information.
She zoomed
in. They say, lol, it's right here.
She capitalized the LOL and sent it. And then Paul got even more mad because she copied me on it. Yeah. And she copied my boss on it. So, and obviously we messed it up, right? So I sent her a OMG, my bad, my team's bad, wink face, we'll get better. So I had to like obviously throw this man under the bus, and he was hot about it. But it's like, bro,
we got caught.
Yeah, you gotta humble your hands are tied. We gotta own it.
It be pissing me off, but you gotta humble yourself when you're wrong, and then just when you're right.
But in that moment, I'm like, oh yeah, let there be a chance where you say something like that, and I'm gonna hit you with the lol. It's right here.
Oh, dude, you keep it. Trust me, Paul. You keep it.
Oh, trust me, because Paul has that in the front of his thinking brain. He's like, ready.
It's a fault of mine. I'm a revengeful person. Where if someone does me wrong or does something, I
wouldn't have guessed that with you, my bad.
I can't let. There's a problem with me where I don't let things go.
Stuttering.
So when they do something to me, I like keep thinking about it over and over again.
Oh yeah.
Until like there's a chance to do it back to them. Mm-hmm. At that point, I'm like, should I be petty and do it, or just let it be?
Do you always let it be and just like it ain't worth it no more because it's been so long? Do you do that,
or do you? By the time I get a chance, it's probably.
See, I knew it. You knew.
Paul was the kid growing up that used to get in trouble by his parents, and he used to close that door.
Oh yeah,
and he was.
Let him walk through this door right now. I swear to God. I know what you mean, Paul. I low-key was a little bit sometimes able, but now I will say some shit like do that. One other thing that kind of irks me on the email etiquette thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's like a new thing or not, but I get I had one come to me the other day. I was like, the reason why it irks me is I was in a hurry to get this. I had to get a generator hooked up for a job so we can get the fuck out of there. Like, I've been waiting on it because anybody who knows anything to get electrical equipment right now, it takes forever. So I've been waiting on the generator for a fucking year. Okay, I got another generator I'm waiting on. Won't come until May 2025. Okay, what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? This job will be done. I'll be sitting around waiting for this generator. But anyways, I was needing this generator, and like, I want this shit done. When that generator gets on site, I want it hooked up. I want it going because I'm not trying to be fucking around with it. I tried to set up this generator, and you got to set up through these people and everything like that. This one person had an email, and I would send them an email, hey, can we get this going? Can we do this date? And they would send me an answer back, right? And their signature was, I'm replying to this email at a time that is convenient for me. Please reply at your earliest convenience. Irks the shit. Bruh, we are in a hurry. I'm trying to get these jobs done. I want this generator. Don't tell me you will reply at your earliest. I'm not saying you got to reply to me in 5 minutes.
Right.
But damn it, I'm not waiting 48 hours for no fucking email. Like, give me my shit. I don't know, just certain email etiquette be irking me because like, I'm in a hurry. And like, I get some probably me, I'm in a hurry. I want this shit done. I got a million other things going on. And it's just that little thing. And then I get a per my email on the little shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not only that. I think my biggest one in email etiquette would be like getting called the wrong name, which happens a lot in our industry.
They spell my name wrong all the time, bro.
Yeah.
All the time.
They spell my name wrong, but I think it's like autocorrect a lot of the time because I spell my name Nic instead of Nick.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it definitely do because I be putting, I've had to like correct my iPhone. I know I used to say Nick with a K, and I've been now trying to get it to go with this. When I see the K, delete.
Yeah.
See, delete the K.
You can save it, but
it'll well eventually just picks up on the pad.
No, yeah, but me and Paul suffer from that a lot. A lot of people will they will have where they'll copy me and they'll have a 7 send conversation back and forth with Paul. I haven't even responded one time, and they'll be like, okay, thank you, Nick. Paul is hot.
They keep seeing my signature at the bottom of all these emails.
Yeah.
Paul, still calling me Nick.
Yeah, I get that.
Or they'll call me the big boss man.
Yeah.
So I get called different names, but some of it's my fault. So like when I call my phone, because I don't like, I have a work phone, but to keep a work phone and do a personal phone, it's just too much. So I put everything on my personal. If you got my personal number, I'm doing all my number, everything to that. So when I do the phone call, my name does not pop up as Devon. It pops up as my dad's name. Because technically the bill's under my dad's name.
Gotcha.
So every time I call somebody, and they'll like I'm trying to get aggregate rocks or whatever for a job, like little sand or whatever I got to get for a job. They'll call me like, "What's going on, Damon?" And I'll be like, "It's Devon," but it ain't. They're like, "Oh, well, caller ID says Damon," and like they won't correct it. So I'm just to Vulcan Materials. I'm Damon. Every time I call, they're just call Damon, and I'm like, it's not my name, but whatever. Like I get tired of fucking trying to pronounce it. But that, and then everybody knows my name spelled with an O in at the end. I get the I-N every single time. My own, I get the I-N all the time. It never.
I thought it was I-N to start off with.
No, it's D-O-N. Yeah.
I posted something on Instagram the first week.
I remember him. Yeah, he posted it when Paul posted on there. I was like, that ain't even my name. But I didn't even correct you. I was like, I've let it go so many times.
Honestly, I think that's just the black in me. Like, for real, I'm not even trying to be funny right now.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's 100% true.
Because I said Devon the first time I met you. Like, Devon.
It's
like Devon Dudley.
Devon Dudley.
Devon Dudley. Like, I was just like, what's up, Devon?
Yeah, and that's like true of like low key done like an experiment. White people always think my shit's about what I, and if I talk to a black person, they're like, "Oh, so you got some little culture to you." And I'm like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, nah, Devon is how I would always spell your
Devon,
name.
Yeah, I get it all the time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
dog. Yeah. So work etiquette. Listeners, let us know.
Emails up.
Get your emails up, but let us know if y'all have ever had a work experience out there where it comes to people pissing you off in the workplace. That's a very common thing.
Just with that email. I want to know people. I know people be sending some petty ass email, but the Chat GPT, I do the same thing.
Oh yeah, no, I gotta go in. My grammar skills suck.
So do you like write out? I don't know how you do it. I write out the whole paragraph. Right, I'll go write the email out. This is what I want to say, and I'll put it all in there. And then I go to Chat GPT and I say, make the following paragraph articulated or better, whatever I want to use it that day. And they're like, all right, sure, send it to me. So I send, copy and paste my paragraph. Bro, it be coming out with the craziest, most crispiest of sentences and shit. I be feeling like a genius when I be sending that shit. Like, when I send shit to engineers, I'm like, yeah, we on the same level.
No, yeah.
Mentally, we on the same level. Yeah.
Paul walked in my office one time. I was like, what the hell did just happen to you? Like, because he knows I'm dumber than a rock. So I ain't putting I am known in life to have run-on sentences. Like, I don't believe in commas. Keep that shit to the side. Like, commas don't exist in my grammar at all. Yeah. And so when Paul read some of my emails, when I first caught on to ChatGPT, he was like, what happened? And I was like, bro, changed my life. I went to college. Like, I graduated, bro. I'm educated now.
English was my worst subject. I hated it.
Definitely. One thing we almost missed are monthly goals.
Oh, we skipped right by that, huh?
Just a little bit. I'm doing okay this week. So
how many times did you work out?
So I did work out on Monday, and I'm considering Friday a workout.
I would consider
Boy, and I say that because my legs are gelatin. So as me and Paul said earlier in the podcast, we went as a company event. We took the guys out to go paintballing, and bro, so I have beef with my team, and I think it was just mainly because like it's super petty to be like, oh, the boss is going to be the number one target. Can't wait to shoot.
Oh yeah, everybody's coming for you, yeah.
And so like, there was a lot of words said. There was a lot of expressions made of, I'm going to shoot Nick as he's walking off the field, So I have two parts to that. Like, one, like, what makes you think I won't slap the dog shit out of you if you just keep shooting me after I've already been shot? Like, what really makes you think I won't pin you down and shoot you in your fucking throat? As if I can't get down in my life.
That's what I was trying to tell you. Everybody needs to win. Everybody just need that win against you. You be out there hooting and hollering in that warehouse, get to work, and everybody just wanted that one.
So
victory.
there's this one employee I have, and he's a cool dude. Like, honestly and truly, he's really cool. But he got me, right? He got me in the shoulder in the game. So it was like match 2. He was on the opposite team. He shot me in the shoulder. He was like, he walked up to me. He was like, 1-0, bitch. Like, I was like, oh. Like, and so I had to like eat it because I'm a shit talker to him. But like, I don't do that in front of the other guys because I don't think that's fair for people to understand that I can't talk to you that way. So I'm not gonna do it in front of everybody.
Has their own relationships.
And so I kind of just like, I was like, oh yeah, good one. And so like the third game wasn't fall, like when we did the helicopter map, is team deathmatch, and we're ending. Like the ref is like 5, 4, like counting down. And I knew where he was the whole time. And I knew in his head, like I'm gonna stand up and try to get somebody as a last minute kill. So bro, he stands up on the 3-second mark and I just, bro, boom, 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 right in the throat. And I didn't even know I got him here. I just saw his face mask. So I'm like, headshot, pussy, like screaming from across the map. Like, and this is also like a lot of guys don't know there's that side of, like, I got a competitive edge like crazy. Like, bro, I grew up in sports. Like,
give a man with me go around where he go,
dog, I'm an alpha. Like when it comes to stuff, like when it comes to competitiveness, I can be a little much. So we get back after I hit him with the headshot. He takes his mask off to clean. He has a solid red circle around his throat right here. I'm like, bro, did I hit you? Or he's like, who got you there? Like, not really noticed. He was like, you did, motherfucker. And I was like, hey, well, you shouldn't have been talking shit. But it was a good one. But my legs are sore because, like, bro, I was out there. Like I said, I had a UAV up within the first map because I was slide canceling. I was going behind barriers. I was out there directing like one on me, top man. Like I was.
But I have a question. Were you on his team? You said you were on his team. Was he out there just throwing out random shit like Tuesday to the left?
There was
and Paul's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do, Nick?
There was a map where you had to defend the Alamo. This man was coming up with tactics like, Paul, defend the left flank.
Paul, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Paul 2 guys up top.
Yeah. I was like, hey. I was like, stay in your alley. Stay in your one lane. Just peek the alleyway. Like, don't let them
peek the angle.
I was like, hold your angle. They saw me step into my element of.
It was like he was playing Call of Duty in real life.
Oh no, facts. Like but that's also why I'm prepared for the end of the world.
I played Call of Duty with Nick a couple times. That's how Nick plays too. Nick be on the map, just telling everybody where to go. And like, I'd be like, Nick, I don't even know what the fuck the car is. Where's the car you're talking about, Nick?
Bro, I'm in it, dog. I'm telling you.
He showed up fully
geared,
outfit and everything.
Geared up.
He had the towel in the back.
I had a towel in the back to wipe the paint off. I had my own mask. First of all, if you ever go paintballing in an event, like please bring your own paint it's like $25. Just go get your own mask. And I want to say that to everybody because imagine the amount of people that have put that mask on before you. And it's not like you're playing something where it's not hot. Like these motherfuckers are sweating. Yeah. And it's
that
foam.
thing was a workout.
It's foam, bro. So your shit is just resting against somebody else's history. And so I bought my own mask, had a little paintball jersey on, but I was getting it. I was geared and ready, boy.
At least I'm so glad to hear. But okay, I'm not gonna let Nick speak for himself. Paul, was he getting it?
Oh, he was
okay. Because you always get that one dude who dresses like Michael Jordan and
yeah,
shows up to the basketball court and is like dog shit. You're like, what the fuck are you out here looking like a hooper for? You can't hoop.
Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 people that were like legit sliding and everything.
I believe what I see. Nick. I can see Nick just.
Bro, like when I tell you I was sliding, like
y'all send me the picture. Y'all send me that picture. And Nick's just crouched around the court. I'm like, yeah, that's Nick. That's Nick's on his shit today.
Bro, I'm telling you, I was in my element for real. So that was one workout, and then I do plan on working out tonight. So my week 3 is it? We're on 3rd week or 2nd week of this month? 2nd, 3rd,
Shit.
3rd. It is the 3rd because there's one more full week next week, and then we have like 2 days after that. Yeah. So I have my 3rd workout tonight, and that will complete. Finally, I get a good completion of 3 times a week. So that's my goal.
Well, I'm proud of you.
What about
you hitting today? You said you're working out tonight?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do cardio honestly.
Because I need to go. I need to get to the gym after this.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go buy some trash bags. Hit the gym after this.
You be putting on trash bags?
Absolutely not. We're out of my house. I don't want to.
I thought you were doing like the
sauna shit. Nah, I mean, I do the sauna, but no, I don't put no trash bags on or nothing like that. No, I mean, look, I'm dedicated. I'm not that dedicated.
I feel it. What about your goal? How are you doing?
I'm doing. I had a little stagnant week. I think one of those said was 248 last week. Mm-hmm. I'm at 250 right now. I don't know.
Back and forth. It's okay.
It happens, but there's no excuse. I'll make it happen. This last week, I'm gonna lock in for sure and get it down. Like I've already lost a lot of weight since coming back from Denver, but like I said, last week was a little rough. So I'm not gonna lie. Went out one night. Mm-hmm. That was what got me. So I just gotta tune in. I think there's what I looked at it. There's like 12 more days in April. Yep. I can lose 5 pounds in that day. So I'm already working on. I got my little gallon right here. I'm working on everything.
Yes, sir. Paul, walk us through if you've had some activities over the weekend.
So after paintball on Friday, I got home, had to take a nap after I took a shower because I realized I was out of shape. How much I was out of shape by that. So I woke up from my nap, and there's one thing that I've always been wanting to do, but no one's ever wanted to go with me, is Korean barbecue.
Biggest waste of time in the world. But go ahead.
I'll go with you.
It was an experience. It was something.
Yeah, no, facts. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
So there was this place nearby where I live. So I went there, got a table, looked through the menu, got like one of their options where you get to choose this type of meat. So I picked that. Just kind of, they gave it to me. Kind of had to learn how to cook the stuff. I'll probably never go again because to wait for all that meat to cook.
Bro, I'm telling you.
And they would charge you if you had leftovers. They charge you. Bro. I mean,
I get it. Like, so a lot of Koreans love that. A lot of people. I don't know why I just went super racist right there. My bad. I don't cancel. But a lot of people really go and have a lot of fun there. But to me, it's the biggest waste of time. Like, bro, why would I pay a restaurant to come and grill myself? I can go do this at home.
I've never experienced. I have to experience it.
I'm not trying to knock it. If you haven't tried it, give it a shot. But
it was good to see something.
It's good to experience and understand. But like, I think I said that last week to you. Like I didn't know you were gonna go, but I just said
it was like on a whim type thing.
Is it like better than hibachi though? Because I'm not like a hibachi.
No,
hibachi's way better.
They cook it in front of you and entertain you.
Yeah, I know hibachi. I'm talking about. I get all that. I'm just not like I'm talking about food. But I'm not a hibachi guy. So I'm asking like, how is the food compared to that?
It's as good as you make it.
It's honestly like seasoned food, and then.
And you just cook it yourself?
I messed up first time because I was like, oh, give me the teriyaki chicken. Just a plate of raw chicken.
You got to cook it. But there's like it can be flames if you know what you're doing. But if it's your first time, you might want to just like bring somebody that knows what they're doing a little bit. Or if you can actually cook. I don't like to cook in general. So it's one of those things like, why would I go do it in public?
I low-key feel like I know somebody who like
gets down with that.
And I'm going to ask.
So,
I want to try.
What was our number 2?
So my friend who lives in Austin was in town this weekend, so I just went over to his parents' place. They have like a movie theater type deal.
Oh, so, excuse me.
Watch some soccer games this weekend.
Who'd you watch?
Oh, there was just like some Premier League games.
We're Manchester fans over here, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I got you. Okay.
Going to the FA Cup final.
It
doesn't
you have no idea what we're talking about.
I mean, I know what Manchester United is. I kind of hear about all that stuff, but I don't keep up with soccer like that.
Maybe we'll get you into soccer. Then we could talk about
Facts.
Champions League
Maybe
final.
we could go to England and watch a Man U game.
I'm always down for that. Like I like watch soccer when like the World Cups and stuff's on, but stuff like that was like the
hey, it's coming. It's coming here.
I know in LA, right? And then
it's coming to Houston and Dallas.
I think. Dallas. I would go.
Hey, maybe it's me trip.
That'd be so fire. Honestly, I'm a huge soccer fan. Played a lot of soccer growing up, so
I wouldn't have guessed that. I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I played a little bit of soccer, but it wasn't like huge. I mean, I know the stars and stuff. Keep up with them, but I don't know nothing past that.
I love it. So, Paul, how do you feel like going through your goals? Like, you feel like you are kind of breaking that monotony of your weekend?
Yeah, it's breaking the monotony of it. I mean, definitely going to 2 different restaurants alone has kind of broken that.
Mm-hmm.
But do you feel
stigma to me?
Yeah, you feel it. Like, are you comfortable now? Just where it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, like no one.
Like my asking point, like what if you would you just get off work one day? Like, say this Wednesday, you just get off work. Would you, instead of like going home, you're just like, all right, I'm gonna go get some food real quick, eat at this restaurant, and then leave? You do that now?
I do that now.
I like that, Paul.
Nice. That's actually a huge step
like,
for you,
like I feel like you've had the best goal.
Yeah.
So far, because like
it was simple, but it meant it means so much in the future.
And it opened you up. Yeah, like this is gonna be monumental for you.
I mean, that thinking about it, I was like, I could experience a lot more things now that
yeah.
I'm not like confining myself to having to go with people.
Wait till you go on that vacation.
Oh yeah, by yourself vacation is next level.
Wait till you do that, and then you really gonna open yourself.
But that one's like I'm still having to break that money hurdle. But
you had to break the stigma of sitting in a restaurant by yourself, and you did it. And you realize it ain't that bad.
Yeah, facts.
So
very therapeutic.
I'm very proud of you. Bro.
Very big growth going on by you, big fella. Keep it up.
This upcoming weekend is the last weekend of April, right?
Yes.
I got 2 more things.
2 more things. What are you doing?
I have no idea. I don't know until.
Oh, we said we might want to do something, right?
We do something.
Want to go to Tap Rack Social?
That'd be live.
I would do it.
Let's try to see if we can get that together.
I already know my wife worked this whole weekend, so.
No, you're a free man.
I'm like free like on these next like 8 or 9 weekends now because my wife is like not going back to school, but like she's doing like continuing education stuff. So she really working only Friday, Saturday, Sunday for like the next 8 weeks.
Very nice. Well, with that, let's get into some current events. Paul, what you got, sir?
So the WNBA draft was this past Monday, with Caitlin Clark getting picked first overall, like everyone thought she would be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it was announced that her starting salary would be $75,000 a year. So
ain't that for the first 3 years, and then the 4th year she gets like 97,000 or something?
Yeah, so she'll have a total of 300,000 over 4 years. Mm-hmm. So I just want to get your reactions to how much money someone like that is going to be making playing professional basketball.
She broke. No, I'm just playing.
We're over here talking like, damn, only 300,000.
No. So I've really had to think about this. Like, it's one of those things where I'm not even going to go into, like, she's obviously taken care of in sponsorships and everything else. But let's just talk about the average WNBA player. Like, I started to think around their age. I know what I grew up in, like not a lot of people were making $75,000 like coming out at the age of 20, 21. So it's decent, but also on top of that, you're doing what you always dreamt of doing.
For sure.
Like you wanted to be a professional athlete. So you're a 1%er already, and you have a decent livable wage. You just can't obviously go crazy and try to think you can keep up with like NBA basketball players or whatever. So to me, it's understandable. It is a shame that women's sports can't get as big as men's sports, but it's one of those things where it's, it's not as entertaining yet. Make it a little bit more entertaining. Give it the publicity that it needs. It'll flourish. Caitlin Clark, I believe, will be a huge hand in that, along with all the other rookies that are joining the league. And there's dogs in the WNBA already, like Sabrina Ionescu,
my favorite.
I mean, Brianna Stewart, Sue Bird for the longest carried the WNBA. Diana Taurasi is still playing. Like, so it's just like there's dogs out there. We
need to say the best one, Aja Wilson and stuff.
Wilson, like, yeah,
Asia,
like Asia, yeah. So it's just one of those things where, to me, there's a lot more to go. So there's understanding to it. But she's going to be taken care of in sponsorships. But the salary thing, that's just like, let's just be real for a second and understand that it takes time.
Yes. Paul, when you say that that's their salary, what are you asking about it? Like, how do we feel like that in comparison to other like NBA players?
Yeah, comparing to like role players in the NBA making $80 million.
This is where I don't think people get it, because we're such an instant gratification. Like everything needs to happen now in society. This is the ground floor of the WNBA right now, and Caitlin Clark is going to lead this barrage of making the sport bigger than it is now. But you got to realize, like, I think the WNBA started in the 90s, man. They're young. They're a brand new thing. When the NBA started, they weren't making $40 and $50 million a year like that. They grew that sport into everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, he did make $30 million in 1 year as a contract. That's like standard for any player today in the NBA, like when it comes to high value contracts. So they just got to like understand that this is all at the base level, and this sport is going to continue to grow because of people like Caitlin Clark, because of people like Brandon Stewart, and then we're getting eyes on it more and more, that this sport will grow and will eventually, it might take 20, 30 years for them to get them millions and millions of dollars contracts, but I feel like within the next 5-6 years, you'll probably see a WNBA player get $1 million contract from the WNBA. Like,
I think Magic Johnson,
going to happen. Yeah, like it's going to happen. Oscar Robertson, bro, like he was good. Everybody knows who that is, right? He literally had to do the military on the weekends to. He had a second job, and he played in the NBA.
Yeah, I think Magic Johnson in the 80s was the first $1 million contract.
Like, you just got to let the sport build. There's so much attention coming to it now. Stop worrying about the money and how much. And I know that's like me saying that, but like I'm honestly not gonna be as rich as Caitlin Clark, so it's like I can say, don't worry about the money right now. Do what you do. Have your impact that becomes unforgettable and legendary forever. And your money will come with that. And I think Caitlin Clark is like the perfect person who's going to lead that example. Eventually, these WNBA players will start getting $1 million contracts if they all start to just let this sport grow and thrive the way it needs to thrive. Because there's good talent.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, it is. It can be entertaining. I think the biggest thing is like the comment that annoys me the most is like, oh, it hasn't. The WNBA has yet to turn a profit. Like, bro, the NBA was about to go bankrupt before Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Like it's like it takes a lot of time.
It will happen for them.
So you guys think this incoming class is going to be the one to push it to the next level?
Caitlin Clark will be the one to push it because of the fact that she gives us the entertainment that Steph gives by pulling out. Like what a big thing missing from the NBA was the entertainment factor. Like let's be honest, we love to see motherfuckers jump out the gym between the legs and finish. Like, we love to see Ant-Man jump over somebody and dunk the ball. We love to see Ja Morant damn near put Kevin Love in the cemetery. Okay, like we like to see that. Women aren't jumping like that. I do think like over time, women are getting, like, these women today are way more athletic than they used to be. So over time, athleticism will continue to grow and evolve. But Caitlin Clark gives us the effect where she can pull that bitch from half court and splash it. And that's what we want to see.
No,
so
definitely.
When we start seeing stuff like that, we don't care if you female or male. We gonna watch that because you know what I'm saying? Like,
and especially if it's like if you're a fan of basketball in general,
for sure,
you get done with the NBA, the WNBA comes right behind it. So you're not missing out on any sports.
One of the, like, I this is me personally. I've watched like basketball growing up. Like, I watched Tennessee when the girls, like, I loved women's college basketball way more than I like men's my whole time growing up. Candace Parker's my favorite one. She got me into the WNBA. My favorite player right now is Paige Buchers. I feel like low-key she moves and, like, I don't know how to say it without sounding weird. She moves and plays like a man. Like, her cuts are crisp. Her passing is crisp. Like, there's the athleticism I see with these women today that I was not seeing back then. That the game will get there.
Yeah,
just
sure.
Let it grow. You will get your money one day. Just let the league grow. They're already talking about getting a 14th team, I think, expanded. They're going to add more teams. Like, you're already on this path to grow this sport. I don't want to say quit talking about the money because, you know, it's always going to be there. But, like, the money the money's going to come when you focus on the game. Yeah. You grow your game.
The product will speak for itself.
100%, because I want to watch it.
Well, segueing into the NBA, the first couple games of the playoffs started yesterday.
We officially kicked off the playoffs. Play-in's done. Playoffs have started.
Yep, yesterday.
So I just want to get your reactions to a couple of the games from yesterday.
All right.
First one being the Lakers-Nuggets game. How we feeling after game one?
Like I knew it was going to happen, man. Like, I saw Anthony Davis play his ass off yesterday, and unfortunately they still lost. There's nothing he can do. D'Lo needs to play better, but this is myself is what I felt like is just going to happen with the Lakers.
I mean, everybody thinks the Lakers are going to lose, except for Lakers fans, which I am one of them. But I'll also say, like, it is one of those things to me where I'm never a proponent of, like, the NBA playoff system is super weird because it's like, bro, I thought they were going to win. They didn't. I'm not trying to make an excuse. They got outplayed. But it's like the NBA playoffs are so conditioned for all the media to take it way too far in game one and game two when it's like,
it's only one game.
But also the home team is always expected to win. The first game. Yeah. And so it's like, let them get back to LA if they get blown out in game three.
They always say the first road victory is when the series starts.
And so it's like, bro, like,
I just don't like, what it is. I don't like, yes.
I didn't like what I saw out of D'Angelo. I'll say that.
I don't like what I saw out of D'Angelo. And I just don't like being down 2-0-2, like going back.
It's a weird feeling, but at the same, I mean, and it does depend on the way you lose, right? But the fact that AD dropped 40 on Jokic last time, and then he ended up turning around and drop 11, he can't do that this series. If he consistently drops these 30 balls like he's trying to do, then we'll see. But like, I think it was a good sign from both teams, except for out of D'Angelo.
It was a good game. It just, unfortunately, the results are going to be what I think everybody thinks they are.
So next one being the blowout that the Minnesota Timberwolves had on the Phoenix Suns.
To me, it comes down to coaching, specifically with Frank Vogel. I've never liked him so much as a coach, and it's really weird because I think he was more a defensive coach, especially when he won his ring in L.A. And
he was very defensive in Indiana. Yeah, he was very defensive in Indiana.
But it's just one of those things where you're not seeing any of that, but you're also seeing nonstop ISO ball. And I think it's tough, and KD will never say this, Bradley will never say this. It's tough when, for some strange reason, it's not strange. For some reason, D-Book is like putting this like onus on himself, like he needs to control the game. Like you can see it in the way he's playing right now. Like there was 6 possessions in a row where he came down and was just chunking shots. And it's like, bro, you have KD on your team. Let him get a touch so he can get some type of feeling of how to shoot the ball, because when you need it, you're not going to get that out of him. And then you're going to be frustrated on, why aren't you knocking down a shot? And it's like, bro, I'm a momentum player too. Like I have to feel how the offense is played. So unless Frank can change that and stop letting D-Book take the ball down and just play ISO ball, they're not going to really. I would honestly make Bradley take the ball down. Make Bradley take the ball down, facilitate pick and rolls, and have KD come off the elbow to a high screen, come pop a 3 every now and then, D-Book, ISO like he does. Like he loves to play off of his pivot in the elbow or out. D-Book does really good bring the ball up in ISO, but when you can't get your shot off or you can't get your team to help you, like you have to play some type of team basketball. And also the Timberwolves are just really good.
But we're gonna get the Timberwolves very good. Like
they're really good.
Man's for real. That dude's for real. But I honestly think this got to be this is the most. This is the worst big 3 / I don't think nobody.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of people say
like in his bro. It's bad, and like you put it on Frank Vogel. I get it. Maybe coaching hasn't. I don't. I put it on the players, man. Like y'all just suck, bro. Y'all just suck.
I get what you're saying. I mean, I think you're just trying to say they suck as a team.
Together. Yeah, like as a team. Like no, individual talents. They're all
just
great.
Chemistry.
It just
to me, it comes down to coaching though, and I mean that strictly on like you can't just allow your players to dictate. Because like when you get into a lot of back and forth, like
you're not doing that. Like how do you know D-Book just ain't just being like, nah, I need these shots? Like how do you know he just don't have the ego to want to be the man of the team? Like
he should be the man. Like I mean, D-Book's earned that right in Phoenix, but it's just one of those things where you have to have a bigger understanding of how basketball is played. Yeah, and so that's what I think the T-Wolves have always been the team to push a pace. They have Cat to be able to do that. Like Cat can move. You can't get Yusuf Nurkic to move like that. Like there's just no way. And so you can't play fast pace. You can't always want to push it up the court at a fast pace, D-Book. Like you have to slow it down. Yeah.
So do you think it's just 3 number ones trying to mesh together?
Oh yeah, and then stylistically to me, Anthony Edwards is just he played on a whole nother level, but he also, you can genuinely tell, wanted that. Like he was fiending to go at them.
The way he was going at KD. 100%.
And that team is just stacked. Like, bro, people forget they have Michael Conley coming off the bench, bro. Like, it's a crazy stacked squad.
The Suns got no depth. They got all these big contracts for the top 3. They're top heavy, but they don't mesh well. The team, you got three people will never beat a team of 5.
And it's just weird. I say coaching also because like you have 3 offensive players getting coached by a defensive coach. Like it's just super strange.
I don't know.
Like they'd be better off with Mike D'Antoni.
I really want to know what's the worst big 3. And KD might be part of the 2 biggest worst big 3s of all time between them and the Brooklyn one. Suns and the Brooklyn big 3. Like
I would put up the OG Brooklyn 3 with KG, Paul Pierce, and
they were just past their
prime. Darren Williams. I don't care. They were still trying to say they were a big three. That was terrible.
At least they made it. Well, you're right.
Go ahead. Though. What else you got?
So last one I'm going to go over is the one that ended a couple minutes ago. The Celtics beating the Miami Heat 114-94.
It's expected to me, bro.
No
Celtics are on a whole nother level. Celtics, bro, getting Kristaps, I said, like, that's the piece that they needed. Then they went ahead and got blessed with Drew Holiday. Like, it's just.
I think people cannot also, even though he's not scoring that, Al Horford makes a big difference out there. For some reason, moving, being on that court,
leadership. Yeah.
You see, he's one of those guys where now in his age, you have to watch the games, but you see his impact. You don't you know what I'm saying? His impacts are never going to be on the scoreboard and on the box sheet, but you understand like he needed to be out there for that to happen. But Miami has no chance without Jimmy. When Jimmy went down in the play-in with that MCL, you might as well. It didn't matter if the Bulls or the Heat made it; that nobody was going to beat the Celtics.
So you're giving them no chance, especially since Jimmy's gone.
No, no chance with Jimmy. I know on the last podcast I said Boston and I think we had Boston and Miami doing that, and I said I said Miami, but I really believe that with Miami, Jimmy Butler as Miami playoff Jimmy's way different, way different. But I don't without him. No, Miami's got no chance. That's just a snoop. That's a gentleman's sweep at best. I mean, at worst, it's a 4-0 or a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah. Well, listeners, let us know your thoughts. We're going to be a couple games in the series a few days from now when this releases, but just let us know your thoughts.
Definitely.
Moving on to our next topic, we got Ryan Garcia defeating Devin Haney last night. What are your guys' thoughts?
Shout out Ryan Garcia. I just think
he
shocked the world.
He fooled the world.
But I do think it's just like you never have seen Devin Haney fight like that. Like in my opinion, Devin Haney is a very, very good boxer. And to not understand that Ryan Garcia literally, like Gervonta Davis said, has one trick.
That left hook.
You have a left hook.
And that boy got caught all night with it.
And he just kept getting cracked by it. And I mean, even to the point to where he was doing what Gervonta did against him, which was like, I'm going to hold my jab out here. You're going to react off that. And then I'm just going to come and pop you with it. Like, he just kept doing like, it's cool to see fighters learn from certain other fighters. Like he did what Gervonta did to him and just countered what he did with it. Yeah, Devin Haney looked terrible, man. Like it's just one of those things where maybe he just wasn't.
Do you think he underestimated him because of
absolutely. I think him and his dad just thought it was going to be an easy night. First round comes out, gets clipped. Like, and it's just one of those things like, bro, Gervonta, like as soon as the fight's like, first of all, Gervonta is a slow starter in general. And I'm not an expert boxer. I actually call my big cousin who's a gigantic boxing fan. He can tell you amateurs that are about to be the real deal, that type of boxing fan. And I texted him last night and told him like my terrible boxing opinion is that was a terrible fight. And Devin Haney looked like awful. He was all over the place. I don't know. I just think like Ryan Garcia is not all that good. I think if he really gave a shit, he could be really, really good talent, but we'll see.
Well, especially leading up to this fight, it was a big conversation about does he actually care about this fight?
Yeah. I wish Ryan Garcia the best outside of the ring. It's like, bro, you got a lot to mature in. Like you've had a lot of fame for a long time now with the whole Vine success or Snapchat, whatever he got famous on. It's been a long time. He's a young dude, a lot of money. A lot of people were in his head telling him a lot of things that he needed to focus on and do early on in his life. I just wish him to go get help and stay on the right path. But shout out to him for winning. Sucks that you couldn't get the belt because you missed weight. Like at the end of the day, it was a classless act. Like let's not mistake the game of boxing. Like no, everything about him was classless. Like the way he attacked Devin Haney and about his mom and stuff like that. That's a sensitive subject for Devin Haney. But also, that's the game of boxing. But you came in 3 pounds overweight, bro.
Drinking a beer, walking to the scale.
He did that shit on purpose though.
Yeah, like that's a disgrace.
I think that's a big reason why he won. He didn't kill himself in trying to.
Yeah, which is what he talked about the Gervonta Davis fight with the rehydration clause. Like, so it's like, yeah, we understand what that means for you. You carry a lot of weight, but you have to live up to what you signed the contract on.
I think, like in a very weird, I don't know how to say, but like in a way, I think Ryan Garcia opened up Pandora's box with this.
What, like other people are going to start acting?
Purposely miss weight and stuff.
Purposely miss weight, yeah. Because like you got to think about it. One, he was his. I looked at his gambling odds. His odds were outrageous. He was a plus 500.
Did you guys see that LaShawn McCoy bet $250,000 on Devin Haney and lost?
No, did you see that the one guy put $2 million on Ryan Garcia to win by decision? Plus 1,200 on the odds, bro. Walked out with millions, bro. I think they did this shit on purpose, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I think Ryan Garcia knew that. He'd give away $1.5 million of his purse to Devin Haney by missing three pounds in weight. Collect a cool. I mean, that pay-per-view probably did a good amount for them. They definitely.
There was a lot of seats available.
There was a lot of seats
available. They were talking about how the tickets weren't selling.
Yeah, I just think that he'll definitely make more than $1.5 million off that purse to give that away. I do think that he opened up Pandora's box to people because he looked massive against Haney. Big. He looked ginormous against Haney, and he didn't lose his power. He didn't kill himself during training cuts. The only reason why I think he won't, some people be like, oh, if you're not going to make weight, then move up. He's not moving up because then that's where you go fight Terrence Crawford.
Well, the bad thing about it now is nobody's just going to fight you. Nobody in that division is going to fight you.
No, for sure. So I guess you're right on that.
It is kind of they don't have to fight you. You don't have a belt, so you're going to have to go get fights. And if you keep missing weight, they're just going to not fight you. You're not going to be relevant. So it's just tough. But wish him the best, good fight or decent fight.
I think he fooled the world because everyone's talking about how, and maybe he still does need help. But I know everyone's talking the whole social media craze had him going he was going crazy, lunatic, put him in a psych ward. I get it. Maybe he just had all of us fooled because he did come out there and
let's not forget some of Mike Tyson's antics back in the day, bro. To box, you have to be somewhat
psychotic. Mike Tyson was in his
locker room. At the same time, we have seen crazy, Oscar De La Hoya. My man wasn't a cokehead.
Well, if you're a fighter, you're not. He was out there to begin with.
He was out there sniffing.
Isn't that his
promoter?
Yeah,
he was out there.
Probably learned from him.
He was out there doing this behind Ryan Garcia after the fight. He
did a line before he stepped on stage.
Yes.
Remember? I mean, it was just for me because I like to gamble on things. I didn't gamble on this fight because the odds for me was ridiculous. Negative 800 favorite by Haney, which means you had to literally put a lot of money to get nothing in return.
Right.
And then it's are you going to bet that Ryan Garcia gets you a plus 1,200?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I didn't bet. I just watched it, but just to I like the fact that
betters won again.
He pulled up crazy up. That's an upset of almost proportions.
But that's what betters Betters love. If you see those odds, you automatically
that's the holy grail right there.
Yeah.
Right there. That's the holy grail of betting right there.
What else you got, Paul?
That's pretty much it. You guys got anything?
No, man. It was a good episode. It was good catching up with you guys. I felt like we haven't done this in forever, so it was a good refresher. I think we've been dealing with a lot of outside noise just as far as our lives catching up with us, especially on my end. I know that. And so it'd been a little bit hard for us to kind of establish a true date on what we're going to do this. So we're trying to figure that out on when we're recording, when we're releasing. So there's been a lot of that, but it felt good to actually record, sit down with you guys and do this. I say it all the time, but I'll say it again. Just, we can't thank you guys enough for supporting us the way you guys have. I get a lot of phone calls from people that I know. I know we see a lot of comments on what people have their opinions on and things like that.
I mean, it's an opinionated podcast.
Definitely. And so it's just been very fun to do. 7 episodes in, we can't thank you guys enough. We're up to 850 subscribers around there.
Which is crazy.
Which is beyond a blessing and super, super cool to see. This is just the beginning. I keep saying that, but it's been awesome. I can't say enough about that. Devin?
I'm with you, man. I appreciate it all. And just follow us, dum-dums.
Hey, with that being said, love everyone in this room. Love everybody out there. Toodles.
Oh,